And it's the hottest show on the internet. Talk about it Tuesday. You ready, Sunshine?
I'm always ready.
Well, let's do it.
Let's go.
It's the truth about a boss.
Welcome to another episode of Talk About It Tuesday. It's your favorite host, B. Brown, the Revolutionary.
And Sunshine La Reina. Today is Tuesday, October 25th, 2022. And we are coming to you live from YouTube and Facebook.
Yes, we are. And we decided that we wanted to go ahead and get this show started. We were ready. We were prepped. And hey, we do
Why
what
not?
we want to do, right?
It's our stuff. Why not?
Right. And as you can see, we are draped out in our purple tonight because of what, Sunshine?
This month is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and we are going to be hitting on some somewhat toxic relationships today.
Right. Because domestic violence isn't funny in any type of way, and it shouldn't be taken lightly. Domestic violence can go for a female or a male. So therefore, whenever you're experiencing anything like this, you definitely need to let somebody know, and you need to hurry up and get out of that situation. Don't be afraid.
Also, domestic violence is really played down within the gay and lesbian community. They think domestic violence is between a man and a woman when it's just that it's a domestic partnership, domestic relations, having violence towards each other.
Facts on facts. And I would like to give a shout out to none other than Miss Bobby is in the building.
Hey, Bobby, how are you? Blessings on blessings. How are you this evening?
Blessings on blessings. It's so good to see you, Miss Bobby. It's always good to see you because you are one of the people that always support us every
Yes,
single chance you get.
one of the faves, one of the faves.
Yes, and also want to give a shout out to our Facebook user. I haven't tuned in from the phone, so I can't see who you are. I'm not sure exactly why that does that, but I want to encourage everyone to please go and like our page, The Truth
Yes,
About a Boss Entertainment, just in case that's the reason why we can't see who you are, because that really plagued me. And that is Tequila Harrison. Hey, Miss Tequila Harrison, how are you today?
how are you? Blessings on blessings.
Blessings on blessings. All right, so you want to go ahead and get this thing started, Miss Sunshine?
Why not? Let's go.
Okay.
So recently, I'm mainly on Instagram, but I've delved into the Facebook area, and
Mm-hmm.
I came across this I guess it's an Instagram Facebook famous couple, the LaTruths.
Mm-hmm.
Were having this like a domestic violence dispute amongst one another. He was saying one story, she was saying the other, and then it has just become this big tumultuous thing. Now,
Mm-hmm.
when reading his comments on Facebook, he's been going through this for some time now. She's called the police on him 6 or 7 times, and there's never been like a domestic violence issued against him. And she's saying that um, he hit her with a what's it called, the containers, those tubs that you tote, the totes. There you go, bam, the brain. He hit her with a tote, and she's also saying that she sprayed him with mace. But then
Mm.
he said he was the one being abused. She's saying she's the one being abused. And they've been known to have some kind of, a little bit of, they make up these skits and put them off as facts. So we don't know if it's like true or not.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now I've
Right.
watched the videos, And from what I'm saying, I am very unbiased. I'm not the one saying, like, it's because she's a woman. She says it's the truth. I really believe what she's saying.
Well, one thing about it, it's just been a lot going on. I definitely know exactly what you're talking about when you're talking about this situation, because I have been following the story as well. I have known for Mr. LaTruth to be pretty famous now for, I think I started watching some of his stuff or someone showed me something of his back in 2018, maybe. So
Really?
yeah, so he's been around like way before that. And
Right.
also I remember Miss LaTruth coming on the scene because I don't really follow them that way. But
Right.
when you have a lot of followers and stuff, your stuff will pop up.
Mm-hmm.
So, and everybody thought that they were just living this perfect life, and then all of a sudden, boom.
I know, because everything that I'd seen from them, they were like this really happy blended. Because she has children, and then you know what I'm saying. She has children that are not his, so that I was like they were this really happy blended family. That's what I perceive them to be. But perception sometimes isn't always reality.
Exactly. And Monisha Moxley says, thanks for making this the topic today. You are so very welcome because we don't take nothing like this lightly. A lot
No.
of times, when people are going through domestic violence problems, they hide the situation and they don't have anybody to reach out to, or they're ashamed because they have let it got to where it's at, or they think that this person might can change, but
Yeah.
in reality, people have been really, really hurt behind situations like this to the point where you don't see them anymore. And I see right here, Miss Moxley said, my sister was murdered in February due to domestic violence. Oh my God.
Our
I
deepest
just
sympathy.
want to give condolences to you, Miss Moxley. That is sad. That is
Yes.
so sad. I also would like to share a short story real quick, just because I recently was talking to an artist by the name of Dara, and I shot a video for her. And the name of the song is "Make It Through," and it's on YouTube. So if y'all get a chance, go. Her name is Dara Buck. Make It Through, and it's on YouTube. And I did the video. But anyway, she shared the story with me, the reason why she wanted to do this particular video and this particular song. And a friend of hers was also murdered by a guy, and it was all just a small misunderstanding. Some
Mm-hmm.
fussing went on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
and people got in their feelings. And one night he waited on her, um, when she came home from work, and he basically kidnapped her. And I just won't speak on some of the things that she told me happened to this young lady. But either way it go, he ended up having her in her car. She was basically unalived for approximately 6 days, and he had her in
Wow.
his possession. Yes, yes. And he
Oh,
did some unspeakable things to her while he had her in his possession. And mind you, he had many, so many charges against him. It was ridiculous. I just couldn't even believe that this was an actual story and it went on in Alabama. I couldn't believe it.
that's a and then the thing of it is, more often than not, they will say that the police, when these women go to the police and like, listen, I need help, I'm being abused. The police will say, well, I can't do anything until. What is the
Yes.
until? What is the until? Because more often than not, the until is when someone winds up dead.
Yes, and that's what we are here today to talk about, toxic relationships and toxic traits and things to look for. And do not be afraid to reach out. And we also have some information um, for you to dial a number, tell a
Send it.
friend, just do something to get out of the situation and make sure before it get to a very, very bad situation, you go ahead and leave
It's
because
scary. It's scary.
yes, it is scary. It's scary.
About leaving can be scary. But what you have to realize is that first step of getting away from that situation will be the best step that you can ever make in your life. Because at the end of the day, you may sacrifice your life just by staying. Don't let the fear of getting out there and trying to find something different and be something different and not be those things that they probably beat in your head that you are really and truly not. Just get away. Take that step. You don't have to take everything with you. Grab things that's important to you and just go.
That is true. Well, let's get into this this post right here that's by Mr. Robert Hampton, which he goes by the name of LaTruth. So he put this post out here after his, because were they married, Sunshine?
Yes, that's his wife.
Okay, just making sure. She put it out there that she, experienced some domestic violence and he broke her finger. Well, because of these skits, nobody truly believed her. But what made me believe the situation is when her father spoke up. Because,
Right.
the older generation ain't with all that foolishness and them skits and such, honey. And he was upset. He was cussing.
Ooh. See, I haven't seen that video. I haven't. I was
Well,
looking for it. I haven't seen it.
I have it, so we'll play it a little bit later. But let me read this post what he put up on October 20th at 2:39 a.m. Police seen the video, and that's why I'm not in jail. Duh. I'm not posting that video footage on here for my kids to see. Stop asking me for the video. I called it a skit to protect my family, and she tried to frame me. She went live and tried to accuse me of something I didn't do, and I had to clear my name, protect myself, because I no longer feel safe. Them cops could have murdered me when she lied and said I had a gun in the house. Don't forget, I'm a black man, and they be looking for a reason to take us out. Women, stop calling the cops on your man unless he's really hurting you, because your kids need their father, and you need him too, because who gonna protect y'all when he's locked up? Y'all always screaming protect our queens, and I agree. Y'all need to be protected, but we need to start protecting our kings. So many women getting our men set up to be robbed and killed every day, and it's not cool. Start having more remorse before it's too late. Men, we need to start standing up for each other by any means necessary, because ain't nobody got our back but us. Us men don't get unconditional love like women and children, so we have to stick together. Share your story below. Domestic Violence Awareness Month, hashtag. Check my latest video so you can see that I'm innocent. What you think about that, Sunshine?
I mean, he is right. The domestic violence against men is not something that is talked about a lot. I guess it's like it's my manhood. I'm being abused by my. I have seen firsthand what that can do. My a family member of mine used to live next door to me, and him and the mother of his children, they used to fight all the time. And one day they did it in front of my kids. I was like, listen, I'll give it to you in front of your kids. In front of my kids, I don't want that in front of my kids. Like, keep it, walk away. Just walk away and call it a day.
Mm-hmm.
A couple days later, he's attempting to walk away, and she's doing everything to antagonize this man into doing something to her as he's trying to walk away. And then she breaks his window, she breaks his side mirror, she punches him in his face, and then he had enough, and then she called the cops on him. And victim. So it's like there's two sides to a story sometimes, and the abuse on men is not recognized enough in this realm of things. So I don't know. It could be true on his part, and it could be true on her part.
Well, honestly, I'm just gonna give my honest opinion, and then we're gonna show the footage and some of the video and stuff that we have. But I truly believe that he did do something that he really didn't want everybody to know he did.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly, and I'm not just saying this, I'm saying this because I've looked at numerous videos, I've watched them. You're going to see in the video, the children even testified on video that he had done something.
Okay.
And her father. And, he got an image to uphold. So he's not going to tell the truth. He will not admit to being a person of domestic violence because we know that his followers are going to leave him and he's going to stop getting his internet money and stuff like that. And he's not willing to sacrifice his truth for that.
He has an image to protect, and he's to maintain that image. But I mean, sometimes your image can falter, and then by you admitting your fault and taking accountability, you can strengthen yourself by knowing that you can show that there is change. You can grow as a person. You can admit your faults. You can work on yourself and understand why you are the way you are like this and change as a person. I think that would be a greater platform. Do you not?
Mm-hmm. Well, as you can see, Boosie Badass, Lord have mercy, bless it. We all know, honey, Mr. Crazy said, I knew something was wrong when she said you broke her finger, and in the video, nothing was wrong with her hands. She was grabbing the old man, pulling him with one hand and talking on the other phone. The zoom in clip showed that nothing was wrong with her hands. Maybe she did like old girl from the movie, Thin Line, and hit on her hand. All right now, Boosie. And then Lakeisha Esther said, just going to say this. If it was a video, he had to clear his name. He would post it, and he is a narcissist manipulator, and it's best he don't want to take no accountability. I just said this for his actions. So he is trying to manipulate people on here to think he was not in the wrong. But no, sir, until you tell the truth and live your truth, God will continue to reveal you because God knows all and sees all. And this is nothing but the truth and the whole truth. And then he come back and say, Lakeisha Esther, I showed it to the cops, and that's why I didn't go to jail. Y'all just Facebookers. Okay. All right. So let's get into this video that I have. Okay. So first I'm gonna show the part where she is in the car after this incident has went on, and she is talking about what happened. Okay. And then on another clip, we're just gonna go down a little timeline and show different things that happened during the situation. Okay. And we'll discuss it as it's going along.
That he ain't never cussed nobody out. My daddy was protecting his daughter. My daddy was standing 10 toes down saying, listen, you ain't gonna put your hands on my child. That's what was happening in that video that y'all saw. That's what was happening. So when this man keep coming on here, making up all these damn stories, I was really trying to be a good-hearted person, and I was really trying to just be like, you know what? They seen what they saw. I'ma just let them run with it. I'ma just, whatever they want to say, I'ma just let them do. I ain't gonna say nothing because that's what they waiting for. They waiting for me to address it. I'm not gonna say nothing. But after sitting here in day after day after day after day after day, they're gonna write this day after day, just watching all these posts. I'm sitting in my room. That's why I made that post of me being like, can y'all send some prayers for me? Because I'm in my room crying. I'm in my room drowning. I'm like, my sister can tell you, like, I'm not, this ain't no fucking game. This is my real life. This ain't no prank shit. This shit really hurt me because we as women always get obsessed with the, oh my God, he could be. Oh my God, the potential he do have. I get on here and they constantly lying over and over and over and over and over. I gotta stand up for myself and I gotta share my story. You can't talk for me. The internet can't talk for me. I gotta talk for myself. My daddy was going off because you put your hands on his child. Then you try to post little videos and pictures afterwards with my daddy as if, yeah, we still getting along. I want them to see that so they can know that it's fake. No, this is real. This is my real life. This is my real life. This ain't fake at all. I just showed y'all the paperwork of what it says happened to me. And that's just that. Let me
Part
continue my
2.
story. He continued to go on about this love and affection. So I left the room doing my hair. He like, oh, so you want to get cute instead of setting up the house. As you guys can see in the video, it's bags there because we just moved there. We just moved there. So I'm like, I'm not about to go ahead and finish packing stuff because it's so much stuff. This house is huge. I can wait. We can wait on that. It's not a dying thing. We can wait. So he like, oh, so you just gonna be lazy. So first you go from affection and attention to now I'm being lazy because I just dropped the kids off and I don't feel like I'm packing anything, right? Okay, cool. Noted. I walk out. I'm not the person that's gonna go back and forth with you. I do not like that. I like walking away and you just keep poking the bear, poking the bear, poking the bear, poking the bear. This is what he's doing before I started. So let me go. So I'm going into the room. I'm quiet. I'm watching Love and Marriage Huntsville, right? So Martell and Melody is on there. Shout out to Melody. Martell is on there, and he come out the bathroom, and he like, yeah, Martell, I see why you went outside. I'm gonna have to go outside too. So I'm like, you had to go outside? What you mean you had to go outside? He like, yeah, I see why he did what he did. That's my boy, Martell. That's my boy. Okay. First of all, Martell never even addressed you or talked to you. And he like, oh, but Melody do. Melody be all in my DMs talking about stay up, king. Stay healthy. Do what you need to do. I'm like, Melody be in your DM telling you that. So I grab his phone because his phone is on the bed. I grab his phone. I'm going through his Instagram messages.
So it's all over a phone and text messages?
Yes, that's exactly what I was fixing to stop the video and say, this is where this all has stemmed from. But mind you, there has been problems and it has just finally boiled over. But this all come from because I feel like it was a little bit of insecurity right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, but then once again, that's a part of domestic violence. Domestic violence is not just physical, it's mental, it's emotional.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So him planting those seeds of doubt and him continuing to play on insecurities, because he probably didn't cheat in the past. I don't know, I don't follow him. Do you know what I'm saying? So him constantly putting those seeds in her head, that's emotional abuse. You know, that's mental abuse. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, and I also took note of the part where she said that he was saying she was being lazy. Like, bro,
right.
You can't clean up.
You can't help move some boxes. You can't help do this. That's also abusive. That's also abuse.
Because my thing is this: if we live somewhere, we just move somewhere and there's boxes and stuff, we are going to do this together. But what we're not going to do is talk about each other and throw each other under the bus and make each other feel bad for no reason at all.
Exactly. When it's supposed to be y'all house, so y'all get it together.
Right. Y'all. Like, people don't want to talk about it, but mental abuse is just as bad as physical abuse.
Mental abuse is a whole lot. I personally, I think that mental abuse is a whole lot worse because there is nothing worse than your mind being able to play tricks on you and people being able to use yourself against yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? People will say all the time, like, personally, bruises will heal, but that mental anguish that you can put yourself through because of someone else, that's long-term damage more often than not. You know what I mean?
Right. Let's keep it going. Let's finish watching this.
So I'm like, who is Precious? Because they clearly met at the mall. And this is the mall that he loved going to all the time. So I'm like, who is Precious? He snatches the phone out of my hand. Now, at this moment, you guys, I'm like, why are you snatching the phone out of my hand? Out of 4 years, I've had his password. Y'all done seen me on live say, I go through my husband's phone. That ain't nothing that's a secret. Y'all know this. So when you come outside of the room and you all gangster with it, like, yeah, I'm going to go outside with it. Oh, I see why you did what you did. I'm going to have to go outside too. Okay, now I'm like, let me get your phone so I can see what are you talking about? Let me get your phone. So I grab his phone and then I'm looking through messages. So that's when I said, who is Precious? He snatches the phone from me. Now, I'm like, why are you snatching the phone from me? I grab his laptop next. I'm trying to enter the password, trying to guess passwords, and he snatches the computer out of my hand. So he has 2 computers and 2 phones. So I'm like, okay, he put his phone in his pocket. Now I'm trying to get the phone out of his pants pocket. I'm trying to get the phone.
Part 3.
So after that, we in like a WWE rap move. I don't even know what to call it, but we on the couch.
Lord have
So he
mercy.
got me so tight. So I'm like
pushing over a
pushing his
phone.
head like this to get off
Yeah.
of me. So I'm like, okay, cool. So he finally get up. I grab my pepper spray. And so I went over there and I grabbed the computer. Okay. So I sprayed the pepper spray because now you still trying to attack me. I'm spraying the pepper spray, not even on him. I'm spraying it on the pillow because now he's trying to swing pillows, hit me with the pillows, and push me down on the couch. And I'm like, okay. So I grabbed this dead computer off the bed. I go to the closet. He picks up this big ass tote. I don't know how long it is, but it's about wide as my car. It's big and long and it's gray. And he picks it up. And he like, put my fucking computer down now. So I put the computer down and I sit down. Indian style now with my legs crossed. I sit down and I said the computer is down. Next thing I know, he takes this big ass tote and put it on top of me. Boom, slams it right on top of my head with pressure. Boom. And so the first time he raised it back up, I'm trying to get up. I'm trying to get up off the floor, but I'm moving too slow because he's still hitting me. He hit me the second time and I did like this. This is why my hand got hit. So I did like this to protect my head. He hit me again. Boom.
Once again,
I'm
all
screaming,
over a
calling for my
phone.
dad at this point.
Yeah. 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 Once again, all over a phone. But it was deeper than a phone. Let's be real. Like I said, to me, it's some self-doubt right there. To me,
But
no
that's
trust.
it's like this is what I mean. This is how things can escalate from a phone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can go from arguing about a phone to somebody being not alive the next day.
Exactly. Facts. Now, those are the facts. Let's finish listening to a story.
Dad, help me, please. Dad, help me. Call 911. Please call. Dad, please come help me. So when I got up out of that closet, I went and I grabbed my phone. I called 911.
This is either skit or real life. Either way, no one's hurt in this video. Keep watching and you'll see. Yes, it looks like it's a heated debate, arguing back and forth. You see my father-in-law talking reckless. You see how his energy is right here. Okay, here you can see my wife is coming out. Look, she's grabbing him on the arm. Y'all seen the picture of her hand where it's supposedly broken, right? All right, you see she's grabbing him on the arm. She's holding the other phone in her hand. You see no injuries. Clearly, no hand is broken. Clearly. Look closely. Let me zoom in on here. What's wrong with her hand? It's not broke. She's texting. She's doing all this. She went live. She did all these things. So leave me.
When I was with my
LaTruth
daddy,
calls her
so
father
matter
to
of fact, while we
confirm
on live, I'm gonna
LaTruth
call
beat
my
her
dad.
multiple times.
Since right after that happened on that Friday, didn't I call you? And I said something was wrong with my finger, right? Yeah, you called I said it wasn't hurting, but my finger's swollen. Dad. Yeah. So that day, Friday, after you and Robert got to arguing, you remember, right? So what now? Friday, after you and Robert got to arguing and we had to leave because the police, I told the police I was just gonna leave when he said you want to call the ambulance. I said no, I'm just gonna go to the hospital. That's right. Okay, so remember when you felt my head in the car? Right. Okay, so during that whole time, me and you was together. So did you ever see me bump my head on the wall? You never bumped your head. He know you didn't bump your head. He know he didn't. Okay, and what about my finger? Did you ever see me smash my finger into a door? He did it all. Thank you, because he's sitting on here lying, telling people that I did it to myself.
All right. See, now that's the part I was talking about, Sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
What made me feel like this was not anything that she was saying to get attention. I just don't think that her father would be
in on that skit like that.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be either, because that's not something you play about.
Yeah.
Especially our generation. That's not something. Old folks don't do things for clout.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
They don't do anything for clout. So I believe what happened. I believe, and then more often than not, sometimes that adrenaline will make a mother lift a car off of her child. So if you don't think that adrenaline is moving, and you just going and going and going, you don't know that something's wrong with your hand. You don't know what's really going on. So once again, I mean, I don't think it was a skit.
Me either. Let's keep it going. There's more.
No, he's saying that he's the one went on live, started telling them lies. Yep, he did that.
And Dad, how many times have I called you crying when you in the house? Because something is happening to me by him?
Yeah, many times.
Now, I done tried to protect him over and over and over and over for 6 fucking years. I've been trying to protect him and not say nothing. But this past time, he keep making video after video after video saying, oh, yeah, she did it to herself. Her finger would have been swollen in the video. You way at the top of the stairs arguing with my dad. How would you see my finger?
Yep. He didn't see it. That's what he told. Those are the lies he's telling the people. He's telling the people that. And a lot of them believe that crap. Yep. He did it his doggone self.
Thank you, Dad. I just wanted to call you in while I'm on live because you ain't about to keep lying on me.
Well, whatever you got to say. Hey, I'll tell him whatever you need to know because I know what he did. Some crap.
Mrs. LaTruth confirms
LaTruth
LaTruth beats
breaking the
her.
door because mommy's screaming and crying for help.
I did a lot of times. Every single time I have an argument, I've been banging on the door, then we lock it, then we go inside my room or the other room, and we lock the door while we sitting there crying.
Now, see, that's the part that made me mad right there.
Wholeheartedly.
Because them babies ain't lying. Them babies ain't making it up. Ain't no child finna sit up and lie like that.
My whole thing is this. Even involving your children in that type of
environment. Yes.
I can't. And it seems like it's a continuous thing. They're going to grow up thinking that that's okay. That's the kind of behavior that you're supposed to exhibit within a relationship. And it just breeds more and more toxicity. It breeds more abusers and more abusees.
And what they don't realize is that when children see that stuff at a young age, they will start to emulate that as adults.
Yes. They think it's normal.
They think it's normal.
How you're supposed to behave.
Yep. These are the facts. These are definitely the facts. We're almost done here. Let's finish this a little bit up because I want you to see the whole thing.
My kids lying? Come on now. I don't even want to bring my kids into this, but you ain't gonna lie. You ain't gonna lie. You ain't gonna lie because you want to protect your brand, because you want to protect your image, because they gonna take my brand deals away. They're gonna take this away. Why you doing this to me? Don't lie, because I was gonna let this shit die.
That's what it's all about, the brand deals, like I said earlier.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
That's where all the money from.
Yeah. So that's the whole situation behind it all. He don't want to lose his brand deals, but carry on.
Wasn't gonna say nothing. Even my manager was like, I understand that you want to be a good-hearted person. You always be a good-hearted person. You always want to cover for him. I understand that. But it's going to be a place and time where you're going to have to address this. And look at me.
Mm-hmm.
Having to address this shit. And I shouldn't have to. Facts is facts. I gave y'all facts. I gave y'all proof. So, with this being said, if anything happened to me, you know who did it. And all the family members out there who saying, oh, I don't know. I never knew him. You don't live with him. You never been in a relationship with him. You never been married to him. Only I have, and only I know what happened to me. Only me. Nobody else. Only me. And I don't have no reason to lie, and I'm tired of covering shit up.
Yep.
So I did what I had to do. Just filed for divorce. I'm done.
Y'all swear y'all know my life. Y'all swear y'all know everything. Ain't nothing fake about this. Nothing fake about it. The tape getting old as hell. Gotta buy me some more tape. I don't even know how to put this shit on. I have to go to a hand ortho in 2 weeks following the hospital instructions. Like, nobody have to make nothing up. Nobody have to be fake about anything. This is real. This is my real life. I know I do pranks and I do skits with y'all, but to prank y'all on my finger being broken, that's one hell of a, like, that's dumb. That's real dumb. I would never stoop that low to play with nobody. My finger is really broken and I have to go to a hand ortho in 2 weeks. Y'all are crazy.
How would you know?
All right, so that's that whole situation right there. Okay. So what you think, Sunshine?
Like I said before, I believe her. Like there is no reason for her to actually involve her children, her father, her sister. There's no reason for all that if it was just a skit like he claimed. Like he has to clean his stuff up. He has to clean everything that happened and what everybody saw to protect his image. Because in this world, image is everything.
Mm-hmm.
Image is where your money comes from, especially with the platform that he has. So he has, especially with the female platform that he has. Because that's like it twisted. That's who most of these people pander to, the women. Because why? We be here. Hi. It's two of us here. Hi, how are you?
Mm-hmm.
So he has to clean that up. And he's not doing a very good job of it.
I do believe that he has went as far as to clean the internet of these videos, though, because it was really hard to find these videos.
I scrolled for about 20 minutes looking for videos and I couldn't find any of them. I went on IG, I went on the internet, I could hardly find videos. I mean, when and then he has other people coming and that's another thing I do not like. That's another form of abuse. He has men commenting on her videos.
Yeah.
There are men coming and attacking her. And she, I feel, is a victim of abuse. So that's a form of victimization. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I have to believe her.
And not only that, but I don't know if what's going on, but of course, I was following along on our Facebook page, but it keep kind of shutting the video down. It says we're live, but I don't know. It may be something to do with the video itself. That's why I said what I said, that he may have done something so the videos can't be seen or showed.
It says we're live right here. I go on the feed right here, and then boom, it says
it cuts off.
I got a heart. You see what I got? I got a black screen.
Yeah. That's what I keep getting right there.
That's what I get.
I keep getting this right here.
Uh-huh.
So we may just only be live on YouTube at this point.
I mean, well, F it.
It is what it is. Come to YouTube. Come to YouTube if you have to. It is what it is.
You know the truth. Like, this is what you need to do. Like I said before, it would have been a greater thing for him to come out and admit his wrongs, admit what he has done, admit that he has been this person, and really seek remorse and really try to change as a person. But just like Miss Moxie said, they never change. And he has to perpetuate his narcissistic, abusive behavior because now he's socially abusing her. He's going on. Exactly. I see it exactly. He's going on all these platforms trying to denounce her with all of these other people. And the connections are with him and not through her. And they're going to bully her through him. And that's another form of abuse. And like she said, if something happens to her, and why would somebody say that?
Exactly.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that if him being abusive towards you is not a thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
And like he said, and like she said, she's called the police time and time and time again. And like he said, he has no record. That's also what happens with these abusers who happen to be somewhat of some kind of famous.
Right. Right. You have influence.
Facebook. Yes, you have this great influence, and they see your image and not the person that you are. And like she said, they will play good for they play good for TV.
Yep. They
will make sure they look like this wonderful, uplifting, and encouraging person, and then behind closed doors, they are the epitome of your downfall. Yes. And that's how he knew how to play on her insecurity about saying another woman text his phone, DM'd his phone, from a place that she knows that he frequents. That's another form of abuse.
Yeah. It's sad.
Another form of abuse. And it's a shame that her children have had to be witness to this form of toxicity.
Facts. These are facts. It is. It's a shame.
And I'm trying again, and it's just not going through.
Oh yeah. I'm done with it, but it's okay. You know,
I'm done being Aaliyah. Okay, I dust myself. I'm not gonna try again.
Yeah. We faced this type of controversy before, so we're gonna keep on moving with the show. Because one thing about it, what we're talking about is very important, and I'm not sure exactly why anything would be stopped at this moment. We haven't violated anything, but it is what it is. A lot of times, the truth is not meant to be told, honey.
Correct. The truth does not set everybody free.
Right.
Because the devil is a lie.
It'll actually get you knocked down a couple of notches. But then they go on. Yes, most definitely. Oh, and make sure that you buy one of our wonderful Talk About It Tuesday coffee/tea mugs. And before you know it, very, very soon, we will have what? Our own website. Yay. Shout out to God for always putting us in the building. You know, because we move forward. Yes. But let's take a look at this video. It's of the latest live that they did. And on the video, she just looks exhausted, and she just looked like she's been defeated, and she's tired of fighting this fight. And at this point, it is what it is.
She's done with being gaslit. Like, you can't just keep saying the same thing over and over, but in a different tone, different context, and different wordings. But you're saying the same thing, and she's tired of explaining the same thing over and over and over again.
Exactly.
People don't want to take accountability for their actions.
It's sad when you're dealing with a narcissistic type person, baby. You is in for it, baby. But let's just check out some of the video. We won't watch this whole thing, but let's just watch some of it.
Have you spoke to the council?
I said no.
I ain't hear you say nothing. You ain't talking to me. I mean, I done said everything. You got anything to say to me? I just said I apologize.
I don't know what to say.
Apologize for whatever it is. I just apologize for saying things that would hurt you. I apologize. I shouldn't have said that I'm go elsewhere and get affection. Should have never said it. Especially when I do it.
Abuse.
Yes, abuse, honey.
Because a man ain't gonna say it anyway. He just gonna go do it.
Listen to his tone.
All this time I've been telling you what I need from you.
Yeah, it ain't no emotion right there.
At all.
Really He's small. I'm telling you what I need. Men who don't love their woman don't even tell you what they need. They just go get it.
Once again, he's blaming her.
Me and you experience two different things.
I just don't know how we experiencing two different things when it's reality of what's happening.
No. What you don't understand is when you put that toe, you did hit me in my head, and you don't understand that I'm not fucking lying. My head fucking hit the top of the toe the second time when I was trying to get up. That's why I put my hand on top of my head to block my head. That's how you end up hitting my finger. I'm not lying. That's what happened. And you keep saying that's not what happened, but it is. Whether or not you tried to do that, that's what happened.
Listen to how she's talking. Listen look at his face.
I'm lying.
Yes, just lying. Look at it, girl.
He's trying to calculate lies and calculate the spin thing.
The problem with that is that's the only thing that you're talking about is me putting the toad on you, and you know why I put the toad on you. Stop acting like you don't know why I did that. This is why it's not.
You apologize for that, but you're not apologizing for my finger. You're not apologizing for my head. You didn't say nothing.
You want me to issue all the apologies Don't you think you should apologize for the things that led up to that first? Because you're not.
This is him gaslighting.
I didn't pick a little plastic tote up that don't weigh a pound up to cause any harm to you.
You have force.
I did
understand why you don't understand that.
Because
you have force, even if you have a belt in your hand and you whooping the kids, you have force. That's why you said you don't want to whoop them. Stop saying that.
I don't want to whoop kids at all because I'm just not that type of person. I don't want to inflict no pain to no one, even my own kids. Whenever they out of line, I don't even want to whoop them. That tells you something right there.
If you don't want to be,
parents didn't care about how I felt. They whooped my butt. I got smacked in the face and everything by my.
There it is. There it is right there. Let me project everything off on everybody else.
Exactly. That is informed. That's why I say that psychological abuse, that mental abuse, they make you they try to make you look so crazy, so that when something happens, it's like, yo, you know she crazy. Look at her. You know she crazy. You heard the stories. You hear this. You hear that. You see how she act. They make you look crazy, and you see his calm, cool, and cold composure.
Yeah, because he know what he did.
This is what an abuser looks like in my eyes, because I've seen them.
Yeah,
I've seen them.
The way that it's like, to me, he went live just to make her look bad.
Yes.
I mean, to me, it wasn't anything that he did to try to help what happened in the situation. He only is doing this to say, in the end, well, why she even get on the live with me if I did that then?
Look how emotional she is. If she was telling the truth, why is she crying? Why is she covering her face? Why she keep going off camera? I'm sitting here nice and cool and telling the truth, all for A, B, and A, B, C. Why can't she do the same thing if she's not lying? That's psychological. That image. She looks crazy to a normal person. I do say normal because his normal ain't normal.
Right. So,
to a regular person, yes, that man did something to her.
Yes, he did. Let's watch a little bit more, then we're gonna wrap him up, honey.
My parents, they had no remorse. I do. I don't want to whoop no one. I don't want to whoop no kids. I don't want to pick up a tote and put it on you to stop you from hitting me neither. I don't want you to hit me at all. I want, when we have an argument or debate about something, that I could just, if you got my phone, I just want my phone back. If I tell you I'm not cheating on you, I want you to trust me and believe that. When I say don't go through my phone, it ain't got nothing to hide. I want you to just take my word for it. I just wanted you to trust me. That's it.
That's not how.
Treat me like a criminal. I'm a black man. I'm already treated like a criminal every day. Just when they look at me, they see me as a black criminal.
Look at that.
Okay, all right. Now, what that got to do with anything? I definitely understand where he's coming from when he said that, but he is not saying that in the right context for the right reasons.
At all, sir.
Ugh.
Don't use I'm a black man for no, thank you.
Right, don't you dare bring that in like that to try to save your face.
Exactly. Like, how dare you, sir?
All the doggone domestic violence situations people done had to go through, and all of the police brutality situations people done had to go through, and you making a mockery of both of them.
Exactly. Like, how dare you? For real. That has nothing to do with being a black man, and everything to do with you abusing your wife.
Exactly.
That's what it had to do with, sir.
Let's a little bit more. A little bit more.
I'm 41 years old. People have looked at me like a criminal my whole life, and I've never even committed a criminal act. And again, our queens of this world hold power. If you say it, they believe it. Why? You've been married to me. You've been sleeping with me every day. We have a kid together. So when you jump out here and say things about me, they're going to believe it. You didn't jump out here and say, well, he put the tote on me after I pepper sprayed him and did all this stuff, after I took his phone and After I ran, grabbed the mag. After I ran, you ran and grabbed pepper spray. People go do that when someone's actually trying to harm them. I was not trying to harm you at all. I was just asking for my devices. That's where the problem is at. You're not saying nothing about those things. You're only talking about your hand and your head, when clearly you know I did not aim at your head or your hand. I was trying to prevent you from attacking me. That's why I'm trying to figure out how you don't get that, how you don't see that. Where did you blank out? That's what I'm saying. Like maybe we need some type of help in this situation. If you don't remember,
there it is.
Because right now it seems like you don't remember.
There it is. There it is. Let me listen to her response. But there it is right there. Let's get her response and then we're gonna end it.
You the only one don't remember anything. You the
no, I remember. I remember everything. We can go to the house.
You just sat it on top of me and I just sat there. You just threw it on top of me and I was just like this.
No, you were trying to kick. You were trying to kick me. No, I didn't. I placed it over your feet. You keep saying I was lying. What are you talking? How was I lying? You still ignoring what led up to all of that. That plastic tote laying in there. How did that plastic tote even get there? How did you get back into that predicament after spraying me with pepper spray? Stop doing that. That's what I'm saying. That's the reason why it's almost like you don't want to be friends. It's like you just want to be. You want me to be an enemy or something.
I don't want to be nothing.
I mean, that's pretty obvious with what you're doing right now. Because like the honesty is the only thing that's gonna set us both free. I'm being honest.
You're not.
I'm being clearly honest, and I'll show you what I did. I'll show it on my kids. I'll take the Sharia and show exactly what I did. I'll go buy a whole new empty tote and get the Sharia to another area and show exactly what I did. I'll get her to react the whole thing if you want to, or somebody else to react it out just so you can see. Because it seems like you don't get it.
What's the point of this conversation?
The conversation is just to see if you're gonna show some remorse and stop paint me out to be this criminal that I'm not.
I'll tell you how to be nothing.
All right, I'm over it.
Been over it. Because my thing is this: it's like all he has done is deflect and take no accountability for what he did in the situation, which was to assault his wife. Y'all rest over. This is what I say. It was over, and it was over a phone. And if something hadn't transpired where they broke up the situation, it could have gone further than just her getting her finger broken.
Right. Yep.
Don't make no sense. What's going on? We live on Facebook.
No, I'm more than sure that they have shut the live down on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea why. I'm just not even worried about it.
Okay.
You know, Facebook has been on a whole bunch of crap lately, baby.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, on to the next toxic relationship.
One of the most toxic.
I'm talking about, oh Lord, I'm exhausted with these two. Like, I really don't even want to hear nothing else about it. But the purpose of this is to bring awareness to domestic violence. And we all know that Chrisean Rock and Blueface have definitely been into arguments. They've been into fights. Then she beat up his mama and sister. Then he knocked out her daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, how toxic do you have to be before somebody say, no, I don't want to be a part of that?
I don't know. But it seems to be and this is toxic within itself. It seems to be benefiting the both of them.
Of course, and that's why it's even more toxic than ever.
They have a whole new show. They have a show coming out on. I'm not going to disclose the network because I don't believe in glorifying that kind of relationship. I don't believe in the glorification of that. It's one thing to come in and see their shenaniganries and comment on them, but to allow them like a platform for it, And you know what? Not for nothing. I feel like that's why they've been in the news so much lately because of said TV show.
Exactly. And Miss Moxley said another way to abuse you is to make themselves look perfect and you look crazy.
Yes,
She
ma'am.
said, I've seen this before.
Yes, ma'am.
This is
Most
so
definitely.
true. This
Most
is so
definitely.
true.
And that's why they can get away with the abuse for so long. Because they make them look crazy. They make them look unstable. Like a lot of times they have kids like back to back to back to back. And then the women are suffering postpartum. And then it's just a lot of things that can be involved in a lot of things that are involved.
And as you can see right here, that Chrisean Rock has gotten another blue face tattoo after he specifically cheated on her with numerous females and he got a baby on her. Yeah. So, but
what
for
can
some
you do?
reason,
It's like she's, and I know this doesn't, it's not an excuse. However, it could be a rationale for her behavior. She is one of the younger of 12. So, being one of the younger of 12, you don't really get that much. You don't get what you need in the household. You don't get the love you need, the care you need, the affection you need. And sometimes that person shows you that level of toxic that you think is love and you run with it because that's all you know. Like that's what you think love is. And that's what I think is happening with Chrisean. And then she's gonna do what she wanna do.
well, I like Jess Hilarious's take on this whole situation. And I wanted to play part of it just so people can hear her insight on how she feels about it because she's from Baltimore alongside Chrisean, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But you know, nobody can save Chrisean from this situation. She can only save herself. So let's take a listen to this.
You don't. It's not a little piece in you that's like, bro. It's almost my duty to help somebody not
every
go.
fucking day, Jay.
So why not reach out to somebody like that?
Listen, man, that girl, man, man, this is what she want right now, yo. I every day, this girl is in a blog every day for something negative and people judging her and shit like that. Yo, look, that girl don't even fucking read comments. That's one thing I love about her. Sometimes I've just gotten to the point where I can ignore comments and not go through them. That girl, you will never see her comment. That shit hard. Shit. Never. She's Beyonce to this shit. Because she know what she gonna do at the end of the day.
Okay.
She know she's not. Bitch, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. I had a hard life coming up and I got all these talents and gifts, but I'm living my life right now. I lost a tooth for this nigga. Let this nigga, but I got this nigga Ted. Yo, look, she ain't nobody love her like that. So she think that's love.
Exactly.
That's not fucking love, Chrisean. That's not love. Like, that shit gets me very emotional. Every day, like, you got Natalie Nunn and shit, like, out here, they exploiting shorty.
That's true.
She running up on motherfuckers and fighting every day, and Zeus clown ass motherfuckers is making all this money off this bitch. Like, I'm not in on, man, listen. Get me a deal with UFC then. If I like to fight, get me a deal here. Y'all got me on this clown ass network doing this shit, playing myself for this nigga who literally say I'm not his only bitch. Like, I done beat this nigga mother up. I done beat this nigga sister up. And I'm still not your only one. You got me fucked up every day, Jay. Yeah. But when you in it, you in that shit. She'll get it later, yo. I'm telling you, yo. So look, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be honest with you. Look, I will reach out to her, and I will tell you if I get a response and what response it will be. Cause she ain't gonna break until she ready.
Facts.
She ain't ready right now. It's still fun to her.
That is facts.
So they're going to jail, and y'all motherfuckers got cameras in my fucking face, and y'all really these motherfuckers really act like they care about her. And then it's like, even this nigga, even Blue, you got your motherfucker, man. That girl make him so much money. That's why he love her.
Facts.
But she will never be the only one. She'll never be the only one.
Never.
She's profitable.
Facts.
She's as fucking
The only reason
Come on now.
say his name is because of her.
Now.
That's
So
it.
See, but I'm gonna reach out. I want to reach out every fucking day. I just know she ain't gonna hear me. She ain't gonna see me.
But that right there, I think even you saying that, right? Shit, hopefully she see that. Like I could feel the genuine in it, right? I can feel the passion behind it. And I think even if she don't, right? Even if she don't get it, I think it's worth a try, right? I feel like you've been through so much and shit, only God knows, right? And hopefully we can touch on that because
Definitely.
like these are the important conversations. Like, yeah, we can talk about the mess and all that bullshit, but it's this, right? Because this is a young lady that's a human, right? Like we see it and we laugh and joke off of the shit, but this is real life. And I feel like if you are able to, like, you're and that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Like, you're Jess, like this, like you ain't just a random chick in Baltimore. Like, you're Jess Hilarious, bro. You're fucking, you're like the GOAT of this shit. No cap, just being real. I'm gonna give you respect, your rose forever. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You're the GOAT to this shit. You don't know how she look at you. If you reached out and be like, yo,
you're right.
You feel me? And if she learns just a little bit,
same city, so
that's so far away from where she's at now.
All right, you heard it.
But that's the thing. Like people come at her, and that's what they think. They think about the money. They think about how she do this. She's into these antics. She crazy. She going to make money off of her because people like to be messy. They like mess. No one wants to help her for the sake of her.
Nah.
At all. They just want to make money off the antics that she do.
She profitable. Just like Jess said. Jess put it all in perspective. Jess definitely put it all in perspective. I couldn't have said it no better myself.
I hope that she does reach out to her. And I hope that Chrisean reaches back if she don't answer the phone or whatever she hit her, however she hit her up. And I hope that she can really because somebody needs to help that poor child. Like they really, really do, because she needs help.
She out here crashing. She crashing.
Burning.
She crashing bad.
With gasoline in her veins. You understand?
Yep. And let's go into this last relationship of domestic violence, where another situation happened. And it was very unfortunate. But do y'all remember the OnlyFans model?
Yes.
That unalived her man? Well, that's the one that we're definitely about to talk about right now. And we have a video we want to show where she asked for a restraining order days before he was unalived. Mind you, she unalived him.
Yes.
She unalived him.
2 days later. Yes.
I'm not saying, I don't know what all was going on in the situation. I know I seen an elevator fight where she was attacking him.
Yes, I do see that as well.
So, to be honest, this story is up in the air, in my opinion. I don't know who to believe. Because, we say, why you just didn't get out? Baby, that's hard to say.
Yes, it's easy to say, hard to do.
Yeah, because it can easily be said, but at the end of the day, until you experience it, you don't know what could be. So let's check this video out right quick.
Tonight, showing OnlyFans and Instagram model Courtney Clenny just days before prosecutors say she stabbed her boyfriend to death.
I want a restraining order against Chrisean and Kelly.
We don't issue those.
Because, no, I'm serious. Can I do that? Where
you have
can
to go
I?
to court. You have to go to
Okay,
downtown.
but how can I make myself first? because I know him and he would do it.
It's police body camera video released by the state attorney's office showing a frazzled and upset Clenny speaking to 3 City of Miami police officers who had been called by a building employee to report a domestic dispute.
Chrisean, please, just like don't get me kicked out of my own apartment.
We just want him getting. We just want
I'm scared. I'm scared of him.
The employee explained to police that her boyfriend, Chrisean Obumseli, had been hanging in the lobby since Courtney did not want him up in their apartment and said the situation escalated.
We get down here to the lobby area. Her boyfriend comes charging towards her, and we actually try to get in the middle of it.
Clenny's attorneys, who have maintained that she's been the victim all along, says she was forced to act in self-defense. They say this video, quote, clearly shows Courtney was failed by the system as a woman seeking help from an abusive and violent relationship. It's not the first piece of video evidence released in the case. Back in August, when announcing her arrest, prosecutors released this video of Clenny and Obumseli in their building elevator just weeks before his death that they say shows Clenny acting violently towards her boyfriend. Prosecutors said the two had a tempestuous relationship with multiple incidents of domestic violence from both sides.
You guys been called out.
I believe that.
In this body, so you can hear the building employee tell the officer that this isn't the first time police have been called on the couple.
The management already been notified about multiple incidents. They already
something
know,
about
they
it.
already issue her fines. They already issue her eviction.
At the end of the body camera video, officers do escort Clenny upstairs just to make sure she is safe in her apartment, but tell her that a restraining order has to go through the court systems. And they say to her that there's nothing that they can do because they say her boyfriend technically lives there and he is not trespassing. For now, reporting in Miami, Alyssa Hyman, NBC6 News.
Now, I don't know what to believe with that.
Well, in a situation like that, you got to just up and leave, baby. You got to call the homie, your mom or somebody. You just got to get out of that.
She got the police there with her. The police took her upstairs. She could have gathered her things. They have domestic violence shelters as well. You could have went there and gone there and been safe. I'm just saying, she said, I don't want to lose my apartment.
Well, the man said she had already been served an eviction.
So you're losing it anyway, sis.
So that's, to me, the whole supportive timeline of a toxic relationship. And with that being said, I want to hit on some pointers about a toxic relationship. What is a toxic relationship? Okay, in a healthy relationship, everything just kind of works. Sure, you might disagree from time to time or come upon other bumps in the road, but you generally make good decisions together, openly discuss any problems that rise, and genuinely enjoy each other's company. Toxic relationships are another story. In a toxic relationship, you might consistently feel drained or unhappy after spending time with your partner. According to the relationship therapist, Jor L. Carballo, which can suggest that some things need to change. Maybe the relationship no longer feels at all enjoyable, though you still love your partner. For some reason, you always seem to rub each other the wrong way, or you can't seem to stop arguing over minor issues. You might even dread the thought of seeing them instead of looking forward to it, as you did in the past. So, I mean, that right there within itself, and shout out to healthline.com for this information, but that definitely is a pointer and a timeline of a toxic relationship. When you with somebody and y'all toxic together, you feel drained.
Yes.
Yes, you're no longer happy. Matter of fact, you don't even want to see them coming.
You don't want to hear their voice. The thought of them just makes your stomach sour. You're like, oh my God, why? Don't feel like that.
Like, you don't have to be in anything like that. And I'm going to give you 14. Okay, yeah, I'm going to give you 14 toxic relationship signs. Are y'all ready? Number 1, lack of support. Healthy relationships are based on mutual desires to see the other succeed in all areas of life. Can you agree, Sunshine?
Very much so. If your partner is not willing to help you exceed your wildest expectations, they are not the one for you.
The time you spend together is no longer positive. You don't feel supported or encouraged, and you can't trust them to show up for you.
Yes, most definitely.
Instead, you might get the impression that your needs and interests don't matter. That they only care about what they need. Lord have mercy. When I tell you that is a gospel in my ear, honey.
Child, yeah, mine too. Believe me, yes, most definitely.
That's a gospel in my ear. All right, number 2, toxic communication. Instead of kindness and mutual respect, most of your conversations are filled with sarcasm or criticism and fueled by contempt.
Yes. I always say context matters. Now you have some people like myself that sarcasm is like a love language. Like I tell my friends, if I'm not talking trash to you, I don't love you. Like one of my best friends, I say, "Hey, ugly," every morning. That's love. However, if it's done in a hateful manner, not with love, no, don't do that.
Well, if there isn't a laugh involved in it, you know that it rubs you the wrong way. And you might even start dodging their calls just to get a break from the inevitable arguments and hostility.
Yes.
All right.
I don't understand people can not speak to one another respectfully. I feel like if I can't speak to you respectfully, I don't need to be with you.
Child.
Do you know what I'm saying? If there has to be levels of respect. You have to speak to people, your partner, in a particular way. You have to speak to them that in a level that people know how to treat them.
That's right.
Do you know, like that's how I teach my kids. I tell my children all the time. You have to show the world how to treat your sibling. That's where it begins. Like you have to treat them with kindness and say loving words, say kind words, say encouraging words, say like everything positive. You have to show the world how to treat your partner as well.
Facts. Number 3, envy or jealousy. While it's perfectly fine to experience a little envy from time to time, it can become an issue if your envy keeps you from thinking positive about your partner's success. The same goes for jealousy. When it leads to constant suspicion and mistrust, it can quickly become an erosion for the relationship.
That's very true.
Why would you be with somebody that you're jealous of? Why would you be with somebody that you envy?
I don't even really know what those words mean. Like for real, because you shouldn't envy anyone. It should be motivation. Not an envy. I don't want to be jealous of one's partner. If that's your partner and you love them, then anything that they do should be a something of pride, something of joy.
Exactly.
Like, anytime my partner does something, I'm like, okay, go baby, get it, yeah. Like, I'm not gonna be envious of them. I'm going to be like, yes, like go us, team us, because that's supposed to be team us.
You're cheering because you're cheering.
Exactly.
You're cheering them on. It makes you feel good to see that they doing something good.
I'm the biggest cheerleader, but I'll play. You have to uplift, not uplift.
But see, if you truly care about a person, that's how you can feel.
Very true.
Number 4, controlling behaviors. Does your partner ask where you are all the time? Maybe they become annoyed or irritated when you don't immediately answer texts or you again and again, or text you again and again till you do. These behaviors might stem from jealousy or lack of trust, but they also suggest need for control, both of which can contribute to relationship toxicity. In some cases, these attempts at control can also suggest abuse. More on this later.
Most definitely. Most definitely. You don't listen. My mama and my daddy have been married for almost 42 years. And more often than I can account for, I can say, Daddy, where is my mama? And he will tell me, I don't know. Do you see her? Did you call her? Did you look for her? Because I don't know where she is. I'm like, how don't you know where your wife is, sir? And his response is, she grown.
Yep.
That's 42 years.
Yep. So, ain't nothing wrong with it. You need your space.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, resentment. Holding on to grudges and letting them fester chips away at intimacy. Over time, frustration and resentment can build up and make a smaller chasm much bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you tend to nurse these grievances quietly because you don't feel safe speaking up when something bothers you. If you can't trust your partner to listen to your concerns, your relationship could be toxic.
Very much so.
I'll drink to that.
Your safe space. Your partners. I want my partner to be my first thought. When something happy happens, when something sad happens, when I need a safe space, that's what your partner should be. They should not be the person that adds to the chaos.
Number 6, dishonesty. You find yourself constantly making up lies about your whereabouts or who you meet up with, whether that's because you want to avoid spending time with your partner or because you worry about how they'll react if you tell them the truth. That's sad. No relationship should be in that predicament.
At all. Well, I mean, it also depends upon the kind of people you're hanging around as well.
Facts. I mean, we know it's give or take in some of these things because
some people will take things to the extreme with it. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, well, you know, because why are you asking for? No, but because they questionable. That's why.
Yeah.
There's some tomfooleries and pow situations, and I want to make sure that you're gonna be over here while they over there getting arrested by the police.
Right. Number 7, patterns of disrespect. Being chronically late, casually forgetting events and other behaviors that show disrespect for your time are a red flag.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that some people may truly struggle with making and keeping plans on time. So it may help to start with a conversation about this behavior. If it's not intentional, you might notice some improvement after you explain why it bothers you. Now, if you're supposed to show up at, you know what I'm saying, something that we have planned and you don't show up, child, that's because you got somebody else. Okay.
You're taking that person for granted. Stop being taken for granted.
Yeah. Yeah. And more than likely, you didn't want to go. And a lot of times people will stick with a person because of what they do for them. They're not looking for a relationship. They're looking for some help.
Facts. They're looking for what benefits them as a person, not what benefits y'all as a union.
Facts. Number 8, negative financial behaviors. Sharing finances with a partner often involves some level of agreement about how you will spend or save your money. That said, it's not necessarily toxic if one partner chooses to spend money on items the other partner doesn't approve of. It can be toxic, though, if you've come to an agreement about your finances and one partner constantly disrespects the agreement, whether by purchasing a big ticket item or withdrawing large sums of money.
Facts.
Now,
I get that.
why would you go and take money out the bank or spend lump sums of money when you know that that isn't something you've discussed with your partner? That's because, baby, you looking to come up.
All I'm saying is I ain't doing no joint bank or nothing. My mama got her own bank account. My daddy got his own bank account. And they pay bills together. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm gonna live my life. You have your money, I have my money, and we have our bills. Okay? Yeah. We have our bills. And then you have your bills, and then I have my bills. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't be doing all of that. I love you, but not like that.
Yeah, that makes sense to me, because at the end of the day, you just don't want no problems. Okay.
At all. And money, I cannot tell you how many times money issues have been the root cause of many unaliving of spouses.
Mm-hmm.
Money is truly the root of the evil. Okay?
Okay. All right. Number 9, constant stress. Ordinary life challenges that come up. A family member's illness, a job loss, it can create some tension in your relationship. But finding yourself constantly on edge, even when you aren't facing stress from outside sources, is a key indicator that something's off. This ongoing stress can take a toll on your physical and mental health, and you might frequently feel miserable, mentally and physically exhausted, or generally unwell. Child.
Yes. 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 When someone makes you physically ill, like, stress is a very silent killer. And the stress being in a relationship with someone you don't want to be in with every day will kill you.
Yeah.
Out.
Yeah.
It is not important to have someone. Have yourself.
Have yourself. Let's see. Ignoring your needs. Going along with whatever your partner wants to do, even when it goes against your wishes or comfort level. That's a toxic sign for sure.
Very much so.
Say you planned a vacation that will take you out of town on your mom's birthday, but when they asked you what dates were convenient, you emphasized that any dates were fine as long as you didn't miss your mom's B-day on the 17th. You don't want to point this out since you don't want to start a fight, so you say, "Great, I'm so excited." No, I ain't gonna be able to do it. So if I ain't gonna be able to do it after I told you I ain't gonna be able to do it, then you go ahead. You go by yourself.
You have fun, boo. I'll see you when you get back.
I'll see you when you get back, child. Ain't no hard feelings. Yes. Moxley said we need to teach our children this information, and do.
Most definitely.
And do.
And will.
And will. That's right. Lost relationships. You've stopped spending time with friends and family, either to avoid conflict with your partner or to get around having to explain what's going on in the relationship. And then you might find dealing with your partner occupies much of your free time.
Okay, so I have it on 2 levels. My cousin, it's really funny. My cousin, my blood relation, was married to a woman that I call my cousin, and I don't even care about my relation. You know what I'm saying? She and I were like this. That was like my best friend in the world. And then all of a sudden, she just like disappeared. Like I went from talking to her like every single day, every other day, to talking to her like maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, once a month, once every 6 months. But I'm like, yo, what's really going on? I'm like, I'm bringing the kids over. I'm going to pop up. She's like, oh, I'm here. I'm there. I'm everywhere. But I know you're at home because I talk to your kids. Come to find out, she was being abused by my blood relation. And she didn't want me to know. I mean, because number one, she know me. But number two, because she was embarrassed and she was ashamed of what was going on. I was like, there is nothing in life that you could ever be ashamed to tell me. I would have helped you. Because I don't know why my cousin, he kind of, but nonetheless, I could have come and helped you and been like some way for you to get out.
Right.
Your cousin, that don't matter to me. That don't matter to me. If right is right, wrong is wrong. No one has the right to put their hands on you or make you feel this way.
No, they don't. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Let's see. Lack of self-care. In a toxic relationship, you might let go of your usual self-care habits. You might withdraw from hobbies you once loved, neglect your health, and sacrifice your free time. This might happen because you don't have the energy for these activities or because your partner disapproves when you do your own thing.
I don't see how you can be up underneath somebody like breathing the same air 24 hours a day. Like,
you see the look on my face? I don't even really make that face because it just looks like I don't approve of something. But that's how I feel about that statement right there.
Look, I got kids, okay? And my kids will tell you 5 minutes. Come here. I love you. I miss you. How was your day? Give me a kiss. Give me a hug. Get out my face, bye. You're talking to me. I feel your breath. I don't want to do all of that all day long. How can you be up under somebody all day long, seeing the same thing, doing the same thing, living this every day?
How can you not keep yourself up because you're so drained from a person draining all your energy?
I don't know.
How can you go about living your life for somebody else, making them so happy, but you're never happy? Because it happens now. It happens.
Does. Every day.
It happens.
Every day.
It happens.
Every day.
And when they see you looking at where you finna go, what do you mean? I can't look decent?
Yes. They always think when you get dressed to go somewhere, if you're not looking all sloppy-fied like don't nobody love me and I'm some puppy kicked in a corner, it's like you cheating. You going somewhere else.
Right. That's an indicator of something wrong with them.
Most
all
definitely.
right. Hoping for change. You might stay in a relationship because you remember how much fun you had in the beginning. Maybe you think that if you just change yourself and your actions, they'll change as well.
No.
I hate to say it, but the truth of the matter is I've experienced some of these things.
Thanks.
And it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because as I'm reading them, I'm like, damn. It is what it is. Number 14. And before I read this one, I'm just going to say, I remember specifically saying, I'm tired of walking on eggshells. And number 14 is walking on eggshells. You worry that by bringing up problems, you'll provoke extreme tension. So you become conflict avoidant and keep any issues to yourself. Child, if you can't talk to a person or, you know what I'm saying, this just goes for any type of ship, a friendship, a relationship, you know, whatever. If you can't talk to them and tell them the truth about how you feel about a situation, baby, hurry up and run.
In the other direction. Because they do not care about you. They care about how you make them feel.
Facts.
They care about what you do for them, not what they do for you.
Facts.
Yeah, I ain't never been that type. I can't deal with that. I can't live unhappily to make someone else happy.
Yep.
I can't do that.
Well, it happens. It happens in life for real, because you be so caught up in trying to see the good in a person.
I ain't never been that type.
To the point where you might do some things that you never thought you was gonna do. But that's why the whole point of this show is domestic violence, because it's not only physical, it's mental as well. Yes, it is. And let's see. That's pretty much it. If you have experienced any of those situations, you need to think about the relationship or whatever you got going on. You need to think about it. And if you've experienced more than one at a time, baby, you're in the wrong situation. I promise you. And you're dealing with a person that do not care.
Yes. You have to be with a person that elevates you, that makes you feel good when you think about them. That makes you, if you're a girl, that makes you girly inside of it. If you're a male, that makes you just, feel all big and boisterous about it. You know what I'm? You have to be with a person that makes you want to do better and be better every single day, not the person you dread to look at. Like, damn, why is you here?
Exactly. Which brings us to this next situation with Mr. DJ Akademics. You want to hit on this, Sunshine?
Child. Now, I don't even like Bull in the first place. Let that be known, because he grinds my gears. Now, he was caught in a mall talking very disrespectful and very aggressive to, it says it's his girlfriend, but we know how that girlfriend title is thrown around these days. And then after they're arguing, I mean, well, you're going to see. You're going to see.
All right, let's check it out.
Because I'll be having time for him. He works my nerves.
Child.
You
know what?
That right there. You talking to her wild aggressive in a mall. And then you allow other females to assault her as you protect her ever so haphazardly with your pocketbook in the bed. Like,
girl. And I'm not saying that females can be abusive towards men, because they can be.
Yes.
But just check out the signs. Like, I don't like how DJ Akademics talk about females. I don't like the way he talk about females.
He's very much so.
Because the way he talked about Regina, calling her all type of bees and stuff, you don't even know this female like that.
But you see how her daddy and her uncles came through, though.
Yeah, and I ain't heard nothing from him since.
I thought he had disappeared until I saw this video. I ain't gonna hold you, because you know how them ninjas be doing. And it's
yeah, So that video right there by itself just shows me what he shows us all the time. Child, he ain't got much respect for females. I'm just saying. And this say what, Sunshine?
He ain't got much respect for himself.
This is true. This is true. Because you can talk about a female without calling her out her name.
Raggedy too. Without calling her all kinds of B's and H's and W's.
And then he talking about something, I'm the prize.
Of what? The carnival?
Oh, the Cracker Jack box? Okay. Anyway, on to the next. And this is our last story before we get ready to wrap it up, y'all. But when you are in a domestic violence situation, it's not a situation that you always escape. And this last story is one of those situations. And we are bringing this to the forefront to show you that don't play around in these situations because you don't know what's going to happen. But as you can see, it says mother of 6 stabbed to death in West Philly, had protective order against fiance charged in her unaliving.
Yes.
Y'all. Stabbed to death. She had 6 children. Go ahead, Sunshine.
From my city, I was acquainted with her. What I do know is she was a phenomenal mother. Phenomenal mother. Took very good care of her girls. And she had all daughters. She had 6 girls. She just had a baby, I want to say, in January of this year. Last year.
And how old was she?
Ashley was in her 30s, her mid-30s.
Yeah, she was young.
Yeah, she was like 34, between 34, 36, something like that. Yeah, she was young.
All right, well, let's check out her story right quick, y'all.
Girls don't have a mom tonight. Ashley Lockhart was found stabbed to death inside a van in West Philadelphia. Her fiance, who she had a restraining order against, has been charged with her murder. A vigil was held tonight, and Eyewitness News reporter Alicia Roberts was in attendance. Alicia.
Yuki, good evening to you. Ashley Lockhart is just the latest victim in a growing trend of violence against women. Tonight, out of respect for her children, her family asked us not to film a balloon release in her honor in its entirety. Sky Monday night to honor a young life tragically cut short. Police found Ashley Lockhart with multiple stab wounds to the neck and arm sitting in the passenger seat of a Honda Odyssey minivan shortly before 8:30 a.m. Saturday morning. The van was parked at the corner of 53rd and Chestnut Streets. Less than an hour later, 34-year-old Raymond Thompson turned himself in for his fiance's murder. Video shows Thompson walking into a convenience store before getting back into that van. We've stopped it before the attack. Sources say Thompson believed Lockhart was cheating on him. According to the district attorney's office, Lockhart had a protective order against Thompson, although the pair was living together.
This particular victim obviously did the right thing. For some reason, she was back with this man in that particular van. I don't know the circumstances of that. I don't know why that was. But sadly enough, she's not going to be here to tell us what happened.
Lockhart leaves behind 6 daughters. A fundraising page calls them her 6 charms. The oldest is 10, the youngest just 5 months. Philadelphia police data show crimes against women have been trending up. So far this year, 189 women have been murdered. That's double the number.
That's with the rise of COVID.
Thompson has been charged with murder tonight. He remains behind bars without bail. He is expected to return to court later this week. We're live outside police headquarters. Alicia Roberts, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And yeah, when they said that when they found her, the blade was still in her body. That's how hard badly he had stabbed her.
Yeah. And I don't mean no harm when I say this, but I got to tell the truth of the matter. You already know what he about because you got a restraining order on him. Why in the world were you still dealing with this man? Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's a shame and it's a sin because now 6 girls without their mom, and she was if it's one thing I do know about her, she was a phenomenal mother and she took very good care of her daughters, and she was heavily involved in their upbringing. They were bright, they were beautiful, they were caring, they were really good girls. Well, they are really good girls, I should say. She was a really good mom.
And as you can see right here, it says, say her name, Kiara Hudson. She uploaded and shared video requesting the public to help put him behind bars 6 days ago after he was arrested for the abuse in this video. This morning, she was shot in the face in front of her children once he paid bail.
Yes.
Let's just check this video.
But she had requested help from the police. She went to the cops and asked them to help her with the situation. And they said, until we see something, we can't do anything. So that's the sad part. She went for help.
Well, and you can see in the video, he going to town on her like she a man.
Mm-hmm.
Look at him. Look at him. I know it's small to see, but
would he do that to a man?
More than likely not.
Oh, okay.
Either way it go, it's a sad situation, honey. It's a sad situation.
She posted those videos to Facebook, and then, like, I believe it was days later, she was unalive.
Yeah. Because he evidently went to jail and posted bail, and then that's when he came and did what he did to her.
Mm-hmm.
So
it really is. Like, there need to be better laws to protect victims. And I say victims because men
and women, yes, victims
of abuse. And there need to be better laws to protect people in general. People need to stop waiting for something to happen. Like, you don't have to be physically in the presence of someone abusing someone else to stop something from happening.
I agree. And we have reached the point where we're going to give our words of encouragement. And my words of encouragement is to think of your future. Think of yourself. It is not selfish to love on yourself. Make sure you find serenity. You pray, meditate, and you think about what is best for you. You evaluate the situation, and all of those 14 points that were read in today's broadcast, think about if you are experiencing that right now. And if you are, hurry up and get away, get out, get help. Sunshine.
The point of being with someone is to enhance you. They are to add to you as a person, not to be. Love yourself enough to love yourself first and love everyone else second.
That's right. And we also just want to mention, because before we get off the broadcast, that check and see in your city if there are Ring doorbells available for you.
Yes.
People that have been victims of domestic violence,
yes.
Ring they are donating security cameras and video doorbells to domestic violence service providers.
And
so
it's a lifetime thing. Like, it's not like you're going to get it for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. And what I've read in all of them, it's for a lifetime. So look into them. I know they have them here in Philly, in Texas, in South Carolina that I saw thus far. So look into that in your city.
That's right. And big ups to Ring for recognizing when people need help and they just going out there and helping. So remember, Ring doorbell. And also, if you need some information, go to ncadv.org. This is the 2022 Domestic Violence Awareness Month. website, and I'm more than sure you can get some information about anything that you may need when dealing with a domestic violence situation. Okay.
The comment is actually it's pinned in the comments.
That's right. That's right. It's in the comments. And also, before we get out of here, let me show you guys one more thing. So you'll have this in the back of your mind as well, if you ever need any help or any information when dealing with a situation as such.
Let's get this good old Sage going.
Go ahead.
Sage all that negativity.
That's right.
And coming soon as our website, you can get lovely Sage. We have this big Sage. We have some dragon's blood Sage. We're going to have some necklaces and some bracelets. Like, let's get into it.
So let's get into it. And let's definitely support Black entrepreneurs that are out here making things happen for themselves. So make sure y'all support us on this stuff, honey, because we definitely moving forward in what we got to do in this world, you know. All right, so as you can see, together we can end the abuse, fight domestic violence, help in the silence, report it if you see it, okay? And the phone number that you may call to get some help is 800-799-7233. Or you can text START, START, to 88788. Okay, again, that information is 800-799-7233, or text START to 88788. This is the line to the domestic violence support group, support hotline as well. Okay. All right, Sunshine, you got anything else you want to let the people know?
I love y'all. If don't nobody else love y'all, just know this stranger all the way from West Bubble, wherever, I love y'all.
Yes, yes. And guess what? And I will be praying for every one of you out there. Much love, much success. Anything that you want to do with your life, you can do it. Just begin. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. There we go. I got it out. That's it. I got it out. All right. Well, y'all have a blessed night, and we will see y'all next Tuesday, same time, same place. And make sure you just go ahead and set up your notifications and subscribe to the channel on YouTube and Facebook, because we may decide to start going live a little early if we're already prepared, like we did tonight. So, and make sure y'all come on over to YouTube sometime. Facebook be tripping sometimes. So go to both of them, just come and support us. Get this information, and we'll see you next time. Millionaire Pending.
Be safe and be remembered.